Dun 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 dun! What's up, folks? It's your boy MMG Smurf here, coming to you pre-recorded, and today we're going to be talking about and playing the new Gala game from Gala Games, Spider Tanks. So, I've been waiting for Spider Tanks for quite a while. It's now out in beta form, so that we can play it. It's PvP. It's FTP, so free to play and play to earn. Though the play to earn mechanisms are still being worked on. So currently they have a test token out there where you can earn points and whatever the heck and level up. But then they're going to be switching to the Silk token, which is their actual token, and the actual play to earn model. So just so that you know if you're jumping into the beta right now. On top of that, there's incentives with the beta being out right now. They have a thing going called Mayhem, where you can earn portions of a prize pool. There's $1.5 million being given away to Spider Tanks in the Gala Games networks. I believe amongst all their different games, there's about $4 million that they're giving away in prizes. So if you're a Town Star player or Mirandus or whatever have you, jump into those games, try them out, play them, read their blog articles about how you achieve those prize pool earnings. But today we're talking about Spider Tanks, and so I want to tell you how you can get started in Spider Tanks. So let's jump on over to the website. Boom. Okay, and how did I get to this website? So you can type in app.gala.games, or if you're worried about things, join the Money Match Gaming Discord server. Here's the Start Here channel. It will be one of the only channels that you can see if you are brand new. Push the Bitcoin button, which is crypto and NFT section, and you'll get access to my cryptocurrency plays, NFT announcements when new NFT stuff that I'm paying attention to comes out, or our play to earn announcements, and that's where we want to be today. In this play to earn announcement section, I have the blog articles from Gala Games most recently. There's their May Mayhem blog article post, so you can learn all the details about how to earn in May Mayhem. And then here's the article post about the release of Spider Tanks in its beta form. And so you can push this button right here, and it'll pop open. It'll pop open this article. In this article from here, this is an official article. You can get the launcher here on Windows only download, and that'll take you to this website. And so you can see right now mine says that it's installing on this page, and that's actually should be doing it over here. So it's taking a little bit, but I should mention that anything that you want to do, the first thing that you want to do, first step, is to create an account with Gala. So if you have not yet created an account, you want to push register, fill in all the information. It's just like your name, your email address. Then you'll need to confirm that email address. And after that, they'll also have you create a wallet, a Gala wallet. And so you're going to need somewhere where you can write down the information for the wallet as far as the, I think there's 12 words, the 12-word phrase, so your secret phrase. And then they'll want you to confirm that. So keep that phrase around, because then they're going to want you to confirm that phrase. So enter a few words from that phrase and get access, prove that it was actually you, and you'll be all set up. Why do you need that? If you do not create an account and then you do not log into your account, you will not be able to download the installer for the game, and you will not be able to play the game. To download the installer for the game, and I'll go over to this other page that I have here. To download the installer for the game, you do need to be logged into Gala Games. You can see I'm logged in at the top here, and then it'll let you start to download the game. So if you see it on your page and it says download and install, you push that download button. It'll take you over to the sign up page from you pushing that and be like, okay, well, you need to create an account first, and then you can download it. Very similar to how a lot of other NFT and blockchain games want you to have a MetaMask wallet and a certain NFT or whatever. But in this case, they're letting you in free, so you need to do those things. Cool. Once you have that going, again, you can download the game, and after you get the game downloaded, you've made your wallet and everything like that, you'll come back to this website, this page, and it should say play after it's done installing and stuff. And this might even say that after I refreshed on this page, I don't know, but it should say play. And so you'll push the play button, and again, you need to be logged in, and then it'll actually launch the game. It's not going to launch the game if you just go find the launcher on your desktop and push it. It'll start to reinstall the game or whatever have you. You need to access the game via this website after you've downloaded it. So that's how that goes. And so what is Spider Tanks? While this is downloading, let's cover what is Spider Tanks. Spider Tanks is a PvP brawler designed and developed by award-winning Netherlands-based game media. You can see I'm just reading here from the website. Players choose between a number of tanks, bodies, and weapons in the garage, then battle it out in one of many Spider Tanks arena maps. They do have a decent amount of maps. Spider Tanks is free to play, but also incorporates a variety of play-to-earn mechanics, centering around skill-based competition, resource collection, and a player-driven upgrade cycle. Whether you want to play with a small group of close friends or test your skills in high stakes competition, Spider Tanks will be the worldwide play to earn esport for you. Purchase fully tradable weapons, tanks, and bodies in the Spider Tank store for advantages to the upgrade cycle, rarity head starts, and more. And so here's the store on their own website. I believe there's also a secondary market on OpenSea where other people will be selling these, but if you want to get them directly from Spider Tanks, I think this is the store to do so. And there's only so many left of these, you can see. 500 of this type, 400 of this type, but you can really easily break them down into rarities. Again, these are just the bodies, so they don't have any weapons attached. The weapons go on top of the tank. If you want a full-on tank, you can push that tank button there, like I just did, and I'd have to unselect bodies since I'm sorting it from low to high. And you can see a lot of these chicken ones are already sold out. There's those ones. We could also sort this by available, so let's push this available button here. And then you can see a lot of these Snoop bumping or lowrider things are out there. And why is Snoop Dogg featured in this? Because Snoop is partnered with Gala Games on the Gala music nodes. They also have music nodes, and that music will be featured in different games across the Gala metaverse. And there are different games and whatnot. And so you can look into Gala music nodes if you're interested in music. It's basically like running your own radio, I would say, to make it brief, like running your own radio station in a blockchain / metaverse environment, and you get to choose who to partner with for that music, etc. So that's what that's about. That's why you see Snoop Dogg there, and that's a brief description of things. So again, there's a secondary marketplace where people can sell their own, but this is where you can get them directly from Gala. All right, folks, so now we've got the game loaded up, downloaded. We went to the website to push the play button. We're in here. So before we push battle and matchmaking, which is where you, of course, have your matchmaking matches with people and compete, and there only seems to be one battle mode thus far. Maybe they'll add some more later. There's a few other things that we want to jump into first. I would first suggest going to, settings, then maybe garage, shooting range, and then check regions. So we're going to start off with the settings. You can input controller setup here. So if you want to use an Xbox or maybe a PlayStation controller, I only tested with Xbox controller, but feel free to check out other controllers and see if those work. I didn't actually have to change any settings as far as the input goes to be able to use the controller. I really just had to hook it up, and I could even do so within, like after the match was started, and it would switch back and forth between the controller and my mouse. So no issues there. What I'm going to be checking out here is the graphics section, because when you load this into your computer, it might be way too high of graphics. You might notice that things are really glitchy and buggy, and so I had to turn mine way down because this is not a gaming computer. This is just a normal computer, so I had to turn it way down. So textures, I turned, and everything was set at ultra at first, so I turned it to low. Shadows, I turned off. I might be able to get away with like turning these up a little bit, but for me, I just wanted to be able to make sure I can play it. Anti-aliasing, SMAA. I don't need to know what the anti-aliasing settings are to be better, honestly. So if you're more knowledgeable about that section, feel free to do your thing. The resolution, it was set at the highest resolution, so I turned it down to 1280 by 720, something that I knew that would still cover the entire screen. Moved this off of full screen into borderless. Yours might already be set to borderless. And then for max frames per second, I turned it down from 60 frames per second to 30 frames per second. Since this is an average video type of setting, you can get away with that. Vertical sync I left on. And then in the effects section, I turned off screen space ambient occlusion, bloom, film grain, and chromatic aberration. I left depth of field on and vignette. So I turned these ones off because as a designer, I know that these mostly have to do with things like those tanks are obviously very chromatic. They look, they're like steel and chrome. And so if you want to get reflections on those and have it look all nice in the cracks of the chrome and stuff like that, you need things like screen space, ambient occlusion, and bloom. And I don't really care about that. I care about, I'm not like looking at it as like a hardcore gamer running my graphics OP right now. So I just want to be able to play it, and so I turned all those off, and right away my game started running smooth and I was able to play. So if you're struggling with being able to get your game to run smooth, consider changing some of those. Also looks like you can change your name at any point in time. Mine is Smurf MMG, so if I wanted to, I could also change that, obviously. And that's all I wanted to cover in the settings portion. Feel free to go through the settings and figure things out for yourself, dive more into the inputs or audio settings, etc. But that's all we need to cover right now. The next thing up that I would say we need to check out would be the garage section. And so in the garage is where you actually modify your spider tank. And so again, you were able to purchase the full tank on the store, or you can purchase just the body. And so we saw those Snoop ones were the full tanks, and they had weapons on top of them and stuff. But there's also just bodies that we were looking at for around 700 Gala tokens. And so these are bodies. You'll notice the right side stats will change. So the armor, the speed, the energy associated with those tanks will change. I currently have mine on the far right one, and you know, it's up to you to figure out which one works best for you and your gameplay style. Also, here's some weapons. This one kind of throws out a blade disc and it retracts. This one is like a mortar type of shot, and then this one is like a Gatling gun. I'm currently using the Gatling gun just because I feel like it puts out a high amount of damage, and it's something that I'm kind of used to. It does have a little charge up time, but other than that, everything else seems pretty fine. Next up is your abilities, and you get 2 abilities. Those are controlled via the number 2 on your keypad and the number 3 on the pad at the top, not on the right side. Maybe they work on the right side, but I've been using the top to get them active in game. And so, you know, this is really where the MOBA portion of the game takes in place. You really want to consider what your abilities are. Maybe choose some that are straight defensive, or you know, if you get multiple bots, maybe you can choose via multiple bots. But yeah, consider something that would help your team, not just yourself. And so, you know, there's lots of different options. Some of them are very offensive, some of them are defensive, where it's repairing, etc. Thus far, when I've played, I've been the only person who's actually trying to heal up my teammates. So there's something to consider there. But there's tons of these to go through, and I'm sure you'll go to gain more as you progress throughout the game. And so, again, you get to choose 2 of these, and so mix it up. Prop section, I'm not really sure what the prop section is. It kind of is just selected. I imagine maybe there will be more to this once we get out of the beta. But right now, it just is what it is. I think it's more of an aesthetic feature. And then the last one is, again, aesthetics. And this is the skin. So you can change the skin on your tank. And this is where that ambient occlusion might pay off and look that much better if I had all that stuff selected. I'm currently just going with blue, but you can switch it to all sorts of different skin colors. And I'm sure this is another one of the sections of the game where as you play through the game and as the game evolves, there's probably going to be a whole bunch of different types of skins, different types of abilities coming in there, different props, maybe some different weapons. You know, there you go. Cool. So we covered the garage, we covered settings. You want to take your thing into shooting range, but before we go into shooting range, this is more to do with battle. Actually, I'll do it first. So let's go into check regions, because this is something that you want to do before you go into matchmaking. Is you want to go to the check regions, and then it says use best region right now, and it would have all these selected. What you want to do is uncheck this, and then choose whichever regions you think are best for you, and then check this again. And so it'll use the best region out of whatever regions that you tell it to use. This way I'm getting rid of the Europe region, and I'm getting rid of Korea region, because those are both going to have extremely high ping for me, and I just don't want to deal with it. And so I'm not using them at all, and I'm going to use the best region out of the US and West Coast. And so if I wanted to add more players in, obviously suffer higher ping, I could add those in, and I'd probably get more players, less bots. You know, there you go. So do that. Maybe refresh it instead of just push close, but mine is just, it's already set, and then you're good to go. So the next thing we want to do is, after we visited the garage, obviously, and chose our bot and all that, we're going to go check it out in the shooting range. So it's going to go to the shooting range very briefly. See our little tank walking. Alright, so we're in the shooting range. I got my weapon. When you hold down on the trigger, it extends the range of your gun, your weapon, whatever you're using. Mine is the Gatling gun one, so it doesn't really extend the range too much. It kind of, that's just how it is. I don't think there is a button that, I'd have to go to the inputs actually. I don't think there's a button that lets you, what am I looking for? Reload, unless you've used up your full clip with the Gatling gun. So I think you need to use up your full clip with it. Boom, there you go, killed that one. And you can see I need to fire those last shots, and then it's recharging. And we're good to go. In this shooting range mode, the opponents, the enemies will not attack you. It's really just about you being able to work out your kinks with your guns and your abilities. Again, these are my abilities, boom and boom. Normally in a game, those are going to charge up longer, but you don't have to worry about that charge here in the shooting range. And so yeah, it's just a good place to go and check out your weapons, learn about how to play with no stress. So I'm gonna jump out of here. All right, cool. And once we've gotten everything sorted, we've gone through the settings, we've gone to the garage and gotten our spider tanks situated, tested out in shooting range, we've checked the regions, so we got our best regions possible. Now we're going to go into battle and matchmaking and see if we can win something. Now there are bots in matchmaking, I should say, too, and it's pretty obvious about those. I know that was an issue in Thetan Arena where people they weren't very upfront about the bot situation, but here they'll actually say if it's a bot or not, and you'll also notice it in the loading screen because it'll show the two actual players, or however many actual players there are will be in the loading screen, and any bots will not. So if it's 2 versus 1, like actual players, it's going to show 2 players versus 1 player, and then the bots will fill in as the game actually fills in. So that's how that's going to look. I'm sure we'll be able to see it shortly. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to find this match. I haven't really struggled to find a match lately. This is honestly the longest it's ever taken me to find a match. I feel like the matchmaking system is a lot quicker than a lot of other games that I play, like Overwatch, Halo. What else do I like to play? Like Rogue Company. It's a lot faster than some of these games. But again, they are using bots. All right. Crypto compliant. This dude is constantly on. He's gonna win some stuff. I'm gonna look him up on Twitter because they're always on. They have not missed a game. They are definitely trying to get their stuff. I've played with the M1 and A1 too. But we are all humans. It doesn't say bot above anybody's head. Collect and deliver chickens. I haven't played this mode yet. So thus far, I've experienced 3 different modes in this game. It's capture the flag mode. I don't know how I'm supposed to deliver these chickens. Okay, I think I just stand next to it. Yeah, there's capture the flag mode. There's the team deathmatch mode. And then there's this chicken mode that I had read about. I just hadn't seen it until yet. Oh, he still killed me. Should have dodged a little bit. Are we supposed to? Okay, there's some more chickens. That's mine, bro. You go slightly slower when you're shooting. Good time. Finish him, teammate. Where are we? Where are we? Like, they better be going for some chickens or something. Oh, there's a chicken on the bridge. Selecting troops. This person's tank is fast. Wow, that was really fast. Dude is dumb fast. He's speedy. No, he dropped 2 chickens. That's why he was getting our stuff. You can see the time little thing rotate with the chickens. We won. And that's how you do it. Yeah, I'm like, I definitely was not the MVP there, but I got my kills. You know, I did a little damage. Again, easy enter and GG. And man, that's how you play. That is how it's played. That concludes, I think, pretty much everything that you need to know about this game to get started. I'll continue to make videos about this game as I continue to learn more about the game as more information is released. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. If you've played Fate and Arena or any MOBA games, you know, should be at home here. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Smurf, out.